Greetings, dear listeners. I don't know why I start with that. Good morning.
All right, well, you did. That's okay.
I'm Megan Koppel. On here with Scott Michlin.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And all you dear listeners out there.
Yes.
So there you are. That's how you start your other show.
Yes.
I think is
Yes.
why you're having that
yeah.
brain confusion.
Right.
But it's okay because we can have dear listeners on a Friday, not just Saturdays.
Correct.
So it's okay.
You're a dear listener every day you tune into
That's right.
KSJE.
That's very true. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
Don't get to see you very, often, except on these special Fridays. So
Yeah.
here you are.
I know.
You kind of, do your thing.
I do.
Yeah, you're busy.
I should make a way to stop in more often.
That would be delightful.
Yes.
To have a Megan visit. Yeah, exactly. So, but here we are. This is our Solutions from the Street program, everyone, where we talk about a challenge in our community, and we invite a guest in who is actively working to kind of deal with that and deal with those challenges and hopefully find solutions to those challenges. That's the whole idea of the show, right?
That is the whole idea of the show, solutions-focused journalism.
There you go. And so today we didn't have to look very far to find someone who is working very hard with her staff on some of the challenges that the community is facing. And so we welcome our guest today to the program to talk a little bit about the work that she does. Laura Watson is here. She is Executive Director of ECHO, which includes the ECHO Food Bank and some of the other ECHO programs. Laura, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you.
And the work that you all do. And you have been Executive Director now for about 2 years?
2 years.
At ECHO. And so a lot happening, I would say, in the last 2 years, probably.
There is a lot happening, yes. We have our ECHO, just to go over our programs,
Yeah.
we have our ECHO Food Bank
Right.
here that serves San Juan County. We also have our emergency services that helps with rent, utilities. We also have hygiene kits, diaper kits for people. And in Aztec, we have our Aztec preschool.
ECHO Preschool,
And
right.
we have New Mexico Pre-K there, and we're a 4-star, so we're real proud of that.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
good.
And then we do have our warehouse in Albuquerque. In Bernalillo County, we serve our seniors down there.
Okay. Very good. So a big organization.
It is a big organization.
Lots to keep track of, I would say.
It is.
So,
It is.
so that's what's been going on. But we wanted to bring you in to talk a little bit about an issue that I think Congresswoman Teresa Leger Fernandez was talking about too when she was visiting the community, and that is the food bank and some of the shortages and decreases in federal support for the food bank. And that's something that you have seen and continue to see. There are some maybe funding sources that are a little unknown at this point. Is that a good way to describe it?
Yes, definitely. There is the unknown of federal funding that we're going to be receiving or not receiving. And so we are seeing some shortages in funding there. Also, too, we're seeing a higher demand of people that are needing food.
Got it. And so for the community, I guess, what can they do? I guess you're still open for donations and have always accepted donations from the community, or if organizations want to do food drives, all those things are still needed and appreciated, I would guess.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, donations, you can go on echoinc.org onto our website and donate there. And then also, too, food drives are definitely a great help. Matter of fact, Sunward Bank is having one next week for 2 weeks. So at both of the bank locations, you can just donate non-perishable foods there. So, but if you go on Facebook to Economic Council Helping Others, it's a nice long word.
That's what ECHO stands for. A lot of folks
That's
may
what
not
ECHO
know
stands
that.
for.
Right?
Exactly. You'll be able to see any updates that we have of any food drives going on or the other activities that we're doing over the summer.
Got it. Very good. And that's what we did this morning to pull off some other information. You are giving out some food as well. That you do this all the time, but also doing it for the summer as well. Some of your meals for kids, summer distribution schedule. So we're showing that right now as you travel throughout the county, basically, to do that. Exactly.
We during the summer times, 1 in 4 children have food insecurities. So we try to help to get backpack food, breakfast bags out there to the kids. So we, in the past years, have handed out 1,000, and with donations, which we greatly appreciate, we are going to hand out 2,000 bags.
Nice.
This summer.
Okay.
Yes, and then along with the backpacks, we're also going to have little fun kits, activity kits. It'll have kites and frisbees and other fun items so kids can get out and about and get some exercise.
Right.
And we'll also have some kids' hygiene kits.
Okay, very good. Well, congratulations on doubling the amount of food and kits that you're handing out this summer. And just for our radio audience who can't see the graphic on the screen, we'll just run through them real quick. The Nageezi Chapter House, you'll be there on July 10th. That's a Thursday. Bloomfield Back to School Bash on Monday, July 28th. Shiprock Victory Life Church on Wednesday, July 30th. And Farmington Kids Fest on Saturday, August 2nd. And your Boys and Girls Club is to be determined, I guess.
Correct. Yeah, just keep looking at our Facebook page, and you'll be able to see any updates.
Good. Very good. But that's a big job. And then I know during the course of the regular year, you take your bus out to distribute food at remote locations too.
Yes, we do. We have tailgate distributions monthly. You can sign up for those. It's our TFAP, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and also to our seniors CSFP program. So you can just get in touch with our food bank, find out how to sign up for it, and where our locations are, and once again on Facebook. So
got you. And with these lower supplies that you have, I mean, does that impact these programs? Are you able to just give out less food, or you're still able to maintain the levels of food that you're able to hand out at these different locations?
Right now, we're able to maintain. I'm just not sure in the near future. So that's why donations, food drives would definitely be a great help to be able to help people.
Got you. And the donations are all of these kind of shelf-stable items and things like that so that you can keep them in the warehouse and they can fill in some of the gaps, I guess, between deliveries or other things that you need?
Exactly. Yeah, non-perishable foods would be great.
Got it. Very good. Megan Cullip has been sitting patiently waiting for me to stop talking so she can get a word in edgewise, but sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So I believe I heard.
Okay.
We'll start with that.
All right.
May or may not be true.
Oh, gosh.
But that there were you guys have specific food boxes for like folks with diabetes and stuff like that. Is that true? Where if somebody has a chronic illness of a certain type that requires a certain diet, they can come and there's like a special different box of friendly items to those?
Yeah, what would be the best thing is to call the food bank and just let them know before they come in to make sure that we have those special food boxes for them, but we do have some for diabetics and other things.
It's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, very much so.
And then when people say non-perishable food items, there's kind of like a breadth of options, but is there a preferred non-perishable food item that does really well with people?
Yep, peanut butter, spaghetti sauce, spaghetti noodles, any kind of canned protein is great also. Yeah.
Canned protein.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Need to get our protein in.
Love that. I
All right.
prefer canned protein over canned corn or something.
Okay, well.
Just personally.
There you go.
Thank you, TMI, but okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. But those things go can spread further in your boxes and things like that for your food boxes, some of those types of donations?
Yeah, it spreads further, but also, too, it helps for households of 4 or 5 people.
Right.
So that they can serve them.
Yeah, very true. And you were saying, too, that the demand for food assistance and food boxes is higher at the moment than a couple months ago or so. You're seeing a high demand for your services?
Yeah, we are seeing a lot more
increasing
people.
Demand?
Yes, we're seeing a lot more people just going through. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4 at our food bank. It is a drive-through.
Right.
And we are seeing a minimum of at least 250 a day going through our drive-through. And then, of course, we have our tailgates that we go out to also. So it has increased.
Right. And what would that have been last year at this time? Do you have any idea?
175 maybe.
Okay.
So
that's
through our back door.
That's a significant
increase.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Very good. We also want to share this poster as well. You are looking for volunteers for some of your outreach work that you're doing. You'll have some, training later on today. As soon as we get off the air from 9 to 1, or what's that happening today?
Yeah, what it is, it's at 1921 East Murray. It's at our admin office. And what we're doing is we're asking volunteers to come and help us pack to help with all these kids' bags. The hygiene kits and activity kits and
the things
stuff
you talked
so that
about
we can
earlier.
get them out. Yep, things that we talked about earlier. But we always need volunteers. If it's not just for the summer to help us to reach out to the kids, but also too just during the year to help get these bags packed for everyone else. Right.
There's a QR code on the screen, so I imagine if you point your phone at that, it will take you to the site to sign up.
Definitely.
To do that,
Yes.
or you can call radio audience 505-787-4009.
Yes.
If you'd like to sign up, but you are going to be doing some of that training and work today from 9 to 1.
Correct.
So we want folks to be aware of that opportunity as well. And so, Megan, anything else to ask about? Well, as we go forward, I mean, as you're working with kids and some of the summer meal programs, there's a lot more that you do during the school year too. Is that right?
Yes, definitely. We also give backpacks for kids throughout San Juan County, middle and high schools. They are discreet. They're in black bags, so the kids don't feel uncomfortable getting the bags. Matter of fact, we have increased. This last year, we were handing out 750 a month, but we are now projecting that we're going to be doing 850 a month this
Wow.
next school year.
And these children, they're selected from the schools, I think. Is that how you?
The social workers will reach out to us and let us know.
That's how you
And-
find out who
Exactly.
maybe is in most need of getting these things.
Correct. And then we just deliver it to them, and then they will hand it out.
Got it. Very good. And so we talked about food donations, but I would assume maybe that you also need maybe some of these other toiletry items or other things too for these types of backpacks and other donations as well?
Yeah, we definitely could. We could use any kind of hygiene. Definitely
product.
diapers, because
Right.
we do hand out a lot of diapers. We give some creams and some deodorant, toothbrush, toothpastes, whatever we can get from any kind of funding, but also too from donations, and we hand those out too.
Right. Very good. That's important too for
Yeah.
folks to know. And some of those things can be very shelf stable as well, I would think too, right?
Correct.
So-
Correct.
Diapers don't expire, do they?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Just the kids grow out of them.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, used diapers is a whole different story.
Yeah.
Those are totally expired.
New diapers, please.
New diapers is what you're looking for. Exactly. Very true. Yes.
So I want to shift gears a bit from food to emergency assistance. What's the story with that? Like, who's, eligible? How does that work? That whole thing.
The best thing to do is to call our office, and it's 505-325-7466, and just talk to them. If you have already gotten a disconnect notice for your utilities, that's the perfect time to call, because that's when we can help assist. And they'll just ask some questions over the phone to see how we can assist those individuals, and then we will schedule a time for them to come in and fill out paperwork.
Okay.
Gotcha. Very good. And funding for those programs, has that been fairly stable, or is that also something that you're watching to try to maintain those levels?
We definitely could use donations for those too. We go after all the grants that we can get. Sometimes we do get some state funding, but it just seems there's just so many people that need the help.
Right. Exactly. And so again, for cash donations, you're always accepting. I think everybody certainly appreciates cash donations for food and or this emergency assistance. Is that true?
Correct. And they can come by the food bank, or they can come by our admin office on 1921 East Murray.
Got you. Very good. And for folks that are part of these programs, is there a limit as to how often maybe they can come to ECHO and ask for help, like either through the emergency programs or some of the food programs?
For the food programs, the TFAP program,
Yeah.
you can come twice a month.
Okay.
And for our seniors, you come once a month.
Got it. Very good.
Yeah.
And so, and that's important too, just to make sure everyone gets an opportunity
Correct.
with the limited resources that you do have.
Right.
So that's an important thing to note as well. And Megan, anything else that you are thinking about? You're always thinking, so that's a dangerous
Whether
question.
or not I'm thinking about relevant things
Well,
is always the question.
True.
But-
That's true. I did open that door.
Yes, you did. Yeah. The food boxes, like, how many days does that usually carry somebody? Or is it, how many meals, I guess is the best way to phrase that.
Typical food box.
Yeah, like a typical food box if you're going twice a month or once a month.
It could probably, for a family of maybe 3 or so, could be about at least 10 meals.
Okay,
Just
that's
depending on how
that's
far you can stretch it out.
Okay.
significant.
Yeah.
Very good. That's important too.
Yeah.
And jumping back to the backpack program again, I wanted to ask about that too, because we know the schools offer a breakfast and lunch for students.
Correct.
These are designed for dinners and maybe
And
weekend meals.
Yes,
Is that the
yes.
idea? Because these kids may not know where their meals are coming from when they leave school on Friday afternoon.
Correct. Yeah, the backpacks definitely help with them. They share with their other siblings or whatever, but to make sure they have something for the weekends and dinners.
Got you. So I guess a lot of families maybe sometimes depend on these
They
backpacks
do.
for the weekends.
They do. They definitely do.
That's important. And so, and again, you're expecting an increase in demand this school year.
Yes, we are at least 100 more a month.
Got it. Got it. Very good. And so, folks are listening this morning, and they would like to make a donation to Echo. Again, what's the best way to do that? Just to drop it off? Is there a time when you're more accepting of donations than not? Because I imagine you've got cars coming to pick up food. What can folks do if they want to drop off food?
If they want to drop off food, you just go to the front of our food bank because our drive-through is in the back.
I got it.
Yeah,
it's a different area then.
Yeah, it's just on the front side of the building. They're more than welcome to come in and drop off donations if it's financial or if it's non-perishable foods. And you can also drop off things, like I said, at our admin office too. And you can just go on echoinc.org and you can donate there.
Okay. Money or things like that too.
Correct.
Right? So
Correct.
got it. And the donations are accepted whenever the building is open? Is that how it works?
Yes. 8 to 4, Monday through Thursday.
Okay. Very, very good. And again, the most important types of donations would be these shelf-stable items, the toiletries and hygiene items too. Those are the two things that you're looking for?
Those are our majority, definitely.
Got it. And those go to good use. And through the networks that you have in the state and the region, at least I think I recall maybe having some networks of other food banks and working with Roadrunner and some of the other food banks around the state to be able to maybe share things and work together to purchase things. Is that still working?
Not necessarily purchasing things, but definitely resources.
Okay.
There's 5 food banks in New Mexico.
Right.
And we network with each other and help assist and everything
Got you. How does that work? What types of things are beneficial then, I guess, with that partnership?
with the partnership. Resources could be just knowing where grants are that we could go
Sure.
obtain, or if there are food drives going on in a variety of different ways.
Gotcha. And when you talk to your colleagues in the business, I guess, in other parts of the state and the region, are they seeing the same things that you're seeing, an increase in need and demand for the services of the food bank?
Oh, definitely. They definitely are. And especially SNAP is on the table, not sure where that's heading. And that's going to definitely hit a lot of people.
Right.
And if it's the decrease that we see coming, we're going to see more people
Gotcha.
needing more food.
It's not just a San Juan County issue.
No, it is not.
Got it. So it's a larger issue than that. But Echo does a lot of great work, I think, in meeting those needs and helping a lot of these families, and I know they really depend on it. And a lot of folks, too, may not think that they are in need of Echo's services, whether it's a food box or what have you, but all it takes is maybe one unexpected medical bill or a car repair, and all of a sudden they're not sure how to put food on the table that month.
That's exactly right. And that's also some other reasons why we see an increase in people. And it is okay. You have a situation come up and you need some assistance, just reach out.
Right. And that's important, and that's what you're there for.
Right.
So that's important too. So great, very good. Well, Laura Watson, we really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Before we let you go, would you repeat the phone number for folks to call Echo, or the website too, if we want more information or to get more details on how to make a donation?
Definitely. Our food bank is 505-325-7466. That's really our admin office, but we can get you over to the food bank, answer any questions. But definitely go on to echoinc.org, to our website. But keep in touch and see what we're up to on Facebook at Economic Council Helping Others.
There you go. And I can't believe we didn't talk about the bus.
Oh.
Because we want to talk about the bus. We went and looked
wanna
for photos
talk
of the
about
bus
the bus.
because everyone can see the bus coming from like a mile away.
I know.
It's wonderful.
We love this bus. And if you see on there, for people that can't, Save the Children is noted on there, because Save the Children are the ones that donated this bus to us and got it wrapped for us.
Very cool.
Yes. And all the kids get real excited when they see the bus coming.
I would too. It's very colorful, and it's got a great design on it. And you use the bus for what types of things? How do you use the bus?
For our outreaches, like this summer, it's going to be everywhere this summer. And then also, too, during the school year, you'll see the bus. We will be at Boys and Girls Club of Farmington. I think it's August 2nd.
Some upcoming events, okay.
Yeah, the upcoming event where everybody comes in. We're also, too, at the end of the summer, we have about 1,500 backpacks that are filled with essential items for kids. So we'll be also handing those out, too. We were fortunate enough to get some donations to do that.
Gotcha. And you can use the bus for that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Very good. Well, I almost forgot. I'm glad I didn't
Yes.
talk about the bus.
Me too.
It's a great thing to promote Echo and the food bank and the other things that Echo does in the community. So it's a great resource for sure. So thank you again for being here.
You got it.
And the
Thank
job that
you,
you do.
Scott.
You bet. Great to have you here as well. And Megan, thank you for being here. It's always, the highlight of my day to have an interaction with Megan Cullen. let me tell you.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right.
You too, Scott.
So modest.
You
so
too. Yeah,
modest.
exactly. I'm not known for my modesty. So
Well, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But you'll be back
I will.
tomorrow with a
Tomorrow
music
morning.
show because you just can't.
I can't stay away.
You can't stay away. But I'm not here on. That's why I don't see you on Saturdays, and that's probably why you get more work done.
You need to come in with like a cinnamon roll, perhaps,
Right.
or
Well, you know.
a latte. I don't know.
Right, maybe. Okay. All right. There you are. Possible. Sure. I'm waiting for that co-host invitation. Is I'm really waiting for, but I haven't gotten that yet.
That's weird. I haven't.
That's
actually strange.
Is it? Is it weird?
What kind of music would you play?
You know, that's probably the problem. See, I think that's
Music
probably
from Skinny
why.
Scott days? Up
Maybe
in
from
New
Skinny
York?
Scott days from the 80s. Yeah,
Yes.
that might be what you get. But see, you like the deeper cuts, you know,
yeah.
and that, you know, that's where maybe I'm not quite as well versed as some of your other very talented co-hosts that you've had.
They are interesting folks.
They are.
Yes, so
They are.
sometimes I have a co-host.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Frequently I don't, but and tomorrow
Again,
I will
modest.
not. Yeah.
It's all Megan all the time.
That's right. Tomorrow it's all Megan all the time. But Radio Free Saturday morning, your eclectic music mix.
Yes.
It's 9 to 11 a.m. every Saturday morning, 2 hours. And each week I pick a theme
Yeah.
and organize songs within that theme. I'm uncertain as to what theme I will do tomorrow.
It has not
but
reached you've not had that divine intervention yet.
my muse has not.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
But
You'll have one.
I'll have one.
If you're not, dear
Yeah.
listeners,
And this has been going on since 2019. So the theme pool is growing smaller by the week.
I see.
So, but don't worry, there's always something.
I don't know if that's true or not because you're always very creative with your themes,
Yes.
and I don't know if you've repeated a theme.
No, I think I did repeat Hope.
Well, that's important.
But that's because
I
that's
can
a good
see
one.
why.
That's a good one.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Sometimes you got to repeat that.
I
one,
think that's
but-
worth repeating.
Yes.
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 But there'll be a theme tomorrow,
yes,
and there'll be plenty of different types of music, and that's what the show's all about.
that's right.
Okay. And a lot of Meganisms.
Can't get away from those.
No, you cannot. So there you are. Very good. Okay. Well, that will wrap up this show. So thank you for being here. Great
Thanks
to
for
see you.
having me.
The highlight of my Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
You're the highlight of
for
my
you too.
Friday.
Okay, the good save.
Yes.
There you are. Okay, very good. Thank you everyone for joining us on Solutions from the Street. We will see you next time right here on KSJE. Take care, everyone.